Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Legal Pancakes podcast. So, we've been taking kind of a unintended hiatus for a bit, but what better to get us out of I guess, unplanned-ish hiatus than a new teaser trailer for the upcoming Castlevania Nocturne. And when I say pull us out of a hiatus, I mean 4 or 5 days later, depending on how long it takes Rob to edit this.
Yeah, It's been a while. So it's good that we can talk about something we know how to talk about. Castlevania, specifically the Netflix one.
And specifically a 10-second teaser trailer.
Mm-hmm. So much happened in this teaser. I think there was like a total of 32 frames, maybe.
Yeah. Which isn't saying much because of the anime art style.
Mm-hmm.
But, Okay. So, last Friday, I don't remember what day of the month that was, but Netflix dropped a teaser trailer for, like I said, the next Castlevania series, which they are calling Castlevania Nocturne to kind of distinguish it from the previous one, which was just called Castlevania.
Yep, and because and because Netflix is kind of like dickheads about seasons, so they'd be more willing to make a new show than give Castlevania a 5th season.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is there to talk about? So, kind of like we had talked about in one of our previous videos from like last year, this new series is going to cover Rondo of Blood and most likely Symphony of the Night, both of which take place in the 1790s. But apparently, the setting is going to be France for the starting portion of the show. Specifically the French Revolution, because it's 1792.
Mm-hmm. So there will probably be at least one guillotine. So you don't have to burn people at the stake anymore. Things are much more civilized now.
You mean, or impale them on the stake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're gonna they're gonna move on to Transylvania. I hope they will. I don't know. Season 4 left a lot of weird questions unanswered, so we might as well get into kind of our thoughts on the trailer. So, kind of like I said, there really wasn't much to it, so there isn't much to talk about, but a lot more to just speculate on. The only thing that kind of jumped out at me is that Richter's design is coming from the Dracula X Chronicles version of him, made by Ayami Kojima. So it's the much more Bishonen art style, which that's kind of what the series has been going for. It's kind of a effeminate-ish look to it. He doesn't have his like weird torn off tunic thing and the headband and the arm wraps, even though I think they might go for something fan servicey like later in the season where he like just tears the arms off of that dumbass jacket.
All the kids are like, "Hey, it's the guy from Super Smash Bros."
Yeah, it's he just might like tear the arms off of his coat and like do the headband thing, because I mean that's really all you'd have to do to change the design.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like the Dracula X version of him. It's a lot more. I don't know. It's a lot more Yami Kojima. Her designs aren't always 100%. Just ask Simon Belmont, but I don't know. It definitely looks more like her, like something she would do than, of course, what we got with Trevor and the other series. So I think she only designed him like once in the games for like Curse of Darkness.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really look much like that in the show. So it's weird they're going for more of a 1-to-1. He also looks like really, really young, which I think is a good thing. Because the weird thing for me about Trevor Belmont is that it's kind of hard to pin down how old he's supposed to be in the TV show. Because in the games, he's only like 26. So kind of like relatively young. But like since, what's his name? His voice actor? Richard Armitage.
Yeah.
He's like he's like middle-aged. He sounds much older. So I don't know. I could have figured he would have been in his 30s, even though that wouldn't have been as accurate to the games. But Richter here looks very, very young. He's supposed to be 19, like in the games. So, well, in Rondo of Blood. So that's kind of neat. We'll just have to see who they chose to be his voice actor.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting to see. But it sounds like Alucard's coming back because you can hear his voice in the trailer for a little bit.
Or what sounds like his voice. I don't think they've really released a voice cast yet.
No.
Even though since this series is definitely going to cover Symphony of the Night. I mean, Richter, or not Richter, damn it. Alucard definitely has to be there, and I would assume they would go for the same voice actor.
Yep.
There are a bunch of other voices that you hear in the teaser. I assume one of them's supposed to be Richter, like the first one you hear. He's like kind of talking to himself. I don't know. The voice sounds familiar, but I can't pin down who it is exactly. Kind of almost sounds like Robert Pattinson, which would be a very, very weird choice.
Yeah, very expensive choice, I imagine.
Oh yeah, that too. Not to say that the other people they got for.
Yeah, no, there's a good cast in the other series.
Yeah, but definitely fitting since they've been tending to go for more like English voice actors, like English as in from the UK. So yeah, like and then you hear a couple of like female voices. I think one's supposed to be Annette, which is Richter's girlfriend, and then another is a younger sounding one is probably Maria Renard. And then there's another male voice, I think, who I don't know who that's supposed to be. But we'll probably find out in due time. Yeah, that's really all I got to say about like what's presented in the trailer itself or in the teaser itself.
Yeah. All right, let me ask you this. Do you think Dracula's going to come back and be the villain?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they can do because, Dracula got his little happy ending send-off at the end. So they'd have to make up another reason for him to go crazy and try to kill everyone.
So there is a secondary villain in Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night, a dark priest named Shaft. But so maybe there might be some weird ploy that he tries to do to like make Dracula evil again.
Yeah.
Like kill his wife. I don't know. It would be very.
But wouldn't his wife already be dead? Because it's like.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. It's like 150 years later.
Yeah.
No, 350 years later. I'm losing track. I was thinking Simon Belmont at first. Or no, Christopher. I don't know. Numbers escape me now. But, let's see. But in Rondo of Blood, like, the whole idea behind that is that Shaft and, I guess, his minions kidnap a bunch of maidens from Richter's village, including his girlfriend Annette, and, like, sacrifices them to resurrect Dracula. He doesn't sacrifice Annette. I think he only sacrifices, like, one of them, and then Dracula comes back. It's been a long time since I played Rondo. But, so maybe... I don't know how that would fit in. Unless, like, Dracula dies himself or something, or, like, goes to sleep, and then they need to bring him, like, Shaft wants to bring him back or make him evil again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems kind of convoluted. But then again, so was Season 4 and Season 3.
Yeah, so who knows? We'll have to wait and see. We've got some new creators this time, so things...
New-ish. So Kevin Cold is going to be the showrunner for the show, since Adi Shankar has stepped down.
He's doing his own thing, doing the Guardians of Justice.
And Cold was the animation director, I think, or like a director in a couple of the past seasons. I think definitely 4, maybe 3. But I don't know. Like I think he'll do a decent job. I don't know how taxing it is to be a showrunner, but he seems like the guy to do it, at least from who's left. But then, for as far as writing goes, they have enlisted Clive Bradley, who is a British screenwriter, to write the series.
Yep.
And, I have never heard of Clive Bradley before, but I don't know, I'm looking at his Wikipedia page and it's rather sparse. Not really any shows or anything I've heard of, except, well, Castlevania Nocturne. He doesn't even have like a filmography on here, so I might want to look at IMDb sometime. I don't know.
So we'll have to wait and see how it turns out. Hopefully good. But who knows? This hasn't been the year of having good stuff come out.
Do they even say, like, give a release date? Because I was looking in the description and I don't remember reading one. There definitely wasn't anything in the teaser, which is weird.
Yeah, no, I don't think there is. It might not be this year. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm expecting maybe like spring of next year.
I would say that at the most. I mean, we didn't have much of a trailer for season 1, and it came out like, I don't know, like a few months after the teaser was released. So Netflix is like that. They'll release a teaser and then they won't say anything about it until like the week of. I wonder why Netflix is going out of business.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this will just like pull it along.
Maybe Netflix will be called Castlevania Netflix. Hang on, that's stupid.
That's what we already referred to, like the first series.
I was,
quote unquote.
in my brain I was trying to put those words together, but you can't really do that. Like Netflix, the Castlevania subscription service, complete with 2 TV shows and 3 NFTs, which are worth nothing.
So other than that, like, I don't know. I kind of want to hear more. I wouldn't say I'm like being cautiously optimistic or anything, or excited for this or anything really. I think I just want to know a little bit more. Like, when is it coming out for starters? But like, yeah, I think once we get our first proper trailer, we might know a little bit more. I just hope that people like look at the, like, since Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night are a lot more proper. I just hope more people are kind of like hoping that the series is going to be a little bit closer to the games, which I don't know how well it's going to be. It depends on how they set up this new series, what they bring back or what they ignore from the previous one, which they would have to ignore a lot from the previous series to be more accurate to the games. I mean, we'll know from the start if Alucard appears like in the first episode. But which he probably will. I don't know.
We'll definitely review it when it comes out.
Yeah. Hopefully be quicker about it this time, even though I think we had good turnaround for season 4.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
I think that's all we have to discuss today.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing. So I was kind of thinking about this. So you know how we got on the topic of like when we were talking last, they're like, oh, they've really pulled out some interesting like voice actors or like actors to kind of like star in the show or like guest star. Like, one that I'm surprised that they haven't gotten yet, and who actually has done some voice acting for Castlevania in the past is for the games is Patrick Stewart. He voiced Zobek in the Lords of Shadow series.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's not the best. Definitely not the best games in the series, but
it's got Sir Pat Stew, so I mean, it's got that going for it.
Yeah, they also had Jason Isaacs as Satan, and he appeared in season 3, or he did a voice in season 3, so it's not far fetched.
So is it time to start the petition now? Put Sir Pat Stew in Castlevania again?
I don't know.
How about this? We'll put Ezra Miller in it.
Oh, they got to find him first. Or did they finally find him? I forget.
No, they're searching for him.
Okay.
Last I heard.
Yeah, that may or may not change by the time this video comes out. But
maybe the new season will be about them fighting him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big mess.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, someone's got to say something when WB won't.
That's right.
Yeah. Thought I had something else to say, but I can't really think of it. We did kind of look into the, like, this is unrelated to the Castlevania thing. We did kind of look into the what do you even want to call it? Like the E3 alternative that Microsoft
The
is doing.
Xbox Bethesda showcase.
Yeah, I should say Rob looked into it.
Yeah.
And
let's see. No Halo, no Quake, no Doom. No thank you. They didn't even like say anything about Elder Scrolls 6, which, you know, I'm not a big Elder Scrolls fan, but they announced it when they announced Doom Eternal, so you would think by now they'd be, you know.
Are you sure that wasn't like an announcement for Elder Scrolls Online?
No, they had an Elder Scrolls Online announcement at this conference, but they announced Elder Scrolls 6, I think, years ago, back in 2018, and they haven't done anything since then. And I'm like, wow. By the time this game comes out, there's going to be so many new versions of Skyrim, it's going to be insane.
Oof.
Yeah.
So many versions of Skyrim, and I don't even think Oblivion or any of the other ones have gotten re-released.
Yeah. I know somebody's making a mod of Oblivion where they're like updating the graphics, but that doesn't count.
They got to update a lot more than just the graphics. I don't know. Just from what I hear, like the whole Oblivion NPC dialogue thing. I don't know. But yeah, the only game that like has really interested me in that series is Morrowind.
Mm-hmm.
Or not Morrowind. Daggerfall. And I think that a couple years ago got a like new PC port that kind of went under everybody's radar.
That's interesting.
Yeah, or maybe it was a fan thing, so it didn't really get much press. I thought it might have been official, but all I know is it's not on Steam, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, like that and probably the other, like the ones that came before it, could probably use a modern facelift, like a la Quake. Even though I think Night Dive Studios is pretty busy for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. You said they were working on something, or
there's rumors that they're working on Unreal 1, which would be pretty cool.
Strange.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the other thing they didn't announce. They didn't announce a re-release of GoldenEye 64. Like, there was a whole bunch of rumors about that game at the beginning of the year, and I guess, like everything else that's awesome, it just didn't happen.
Yeah, because you know the whole history of that, right? Because they were going to put it on Xbox 360 for like Xbox Live Arcade, but there was some licensing thing, and I forget who was I forget if it was Nintendo, if it was whoever owns the rights to James Bond, or I forget the name of that company. Not Eon Films.
The Broccolis, we'll just say that.
Okay, yeah, I don't think it was them. It was some other company. Maybe it was like the rights to James Bond in video games.
Yeah, because I mean, they were still making James Bond games back then. The last one, I think, was the last one James Bond Legends, or was it?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the last one. Okay.
Last one I remember. If they made any other ones, they've really gone under the radar.
Yeah.
And that one was bad. It's like, I wanted to like GoldenEye Reloaded, but that was just rough. Like, it was fun playing it like split screen multiplayer, but that was about it. Like the single player was like, because pretty much after the Quantum of Solace game came out, they all became like Call of Duty clones.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, however you feel about that. I would like to see like more of a stealthy James Bond game. I know a lot of people are upset. It's like, oh, it turns him into Rambo when you put him in a first-person shooter. It's like, I don't know. He uses guns and stuff. Like, might as well just like limit the combat. Like, kind of make it like more about stealth, not as much about like gunning down everybody, even though that's not always what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that was something I didn't think I would talk about. James Bond video games.
Yep.
They haven't been on my mind forever, and they probably won't be for the next 5 years. Unless they if they release this GoldenEye
if they release
remake.
the GoldenEye thing, we are definitely playing through it right away. Yeah.
Is it going to be a port or a remake? Because they already did the remake. Okay.
Yeah.
Port. Okay. Yeah, that'll be neat. Because the Perfect Dark port that they did for 360 was pretty decent from what I played. It's also on Xbox One now.
I have a sealed copy of Perfect Dark Zero Collector's Edition.
How much did that put you back? I mean, more
I got it for free. I got it for free.
Okay.
It's worth about $30 sealed.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember
that was the most I saw someone selling it for on eBay, but I'm like, I don't know, it's still pretty cool to have this collector's game still sealed that I'd never heard of until I owned it.
I thought I got a steal on a Doom 3 Collector's Edition, but mine wasn't sealed.
Mm.
And it was also cheaper than the regular version of Doom on 360 at the time, which is funny. And I bought 2 copies so we could do System Link, but then we never did System Link. I sold the 1 copy.
And then you 10 years later, I ended up buying it and we did do System Link.
Yeah. That was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Doom 3 is pretty interesting.
It's pretty dark.
Yeah. Not in a good way. Yeah. So, I guess since we have a couple minutes, what have you been thinking about doing as far as like videos or such?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have like 3 ideas that I'm bouncing back and forth on, but that's all that's happening. I haven't made any progress on any of them.
Yeah. I've got a couple I've thought about doing. I've been getting a lot into board games recently. War games specifically, like old-timey ones, so I've kind of wanted to do a series on that. Nothing like I don't want to really go in depth. I just want to do like a quick review or maybe even like a first thoughts thing, because a lot of these old war games, if they're scenario based, there's like no end to them, really. But yeah, there's a couple of games I picked up outside of that genre that'd be neat to talk about. I finally did get one of the Thing board games, but I really want to play that with a group before I talk about it, which I'm looking at you, Greg.
Yeah, next week we're doing it.
Oh, it's going to be next week?
Next week. He comes in this Friday, so.
All right, that's good. That's good to know. I got to read through that rule book. Yeah, and I don't know. Thought about talking about the Resident Evil 4 remake, even though I haven't watched the trailer for that yet. Just seems like it's going to be a lot more serious than the original game was, which is weird. I don't know. That's my only comment so far, like from what I've seen and heard. The little bit I've seen and heard, it's going to be a lot more grounded, which is strange.
I don't know, it's just weird to me because it's like, you look at the remake versions of Resident Evil 1 through 3 and it's like, wow, this is like a totally different game. And then you have the one for Resident Evil 4 and you're like, yeah, I mean, the graphics are better, but it looks the same. That's probably just me sounding like an old man because I was a kid when Resident Evil 4 came out, but I don't know. Resident Evil 4 is not a bad looking game. It's a brown looking game, but it's not.
Yeah.
It hasn't aged perfectly, but there's definitely a bigger difference between remaking that one and remaking like Resident Evil 2, where it's like not even the same gameplay anymore.
Yeah. I'm really surprised they didn't try to remake Code Veronica or even try to remake the first one again, more in the style of the over-the-shoulder stuff they've been doing.
What about Resident Evil 0? Do you think they should remake that?
Yeah, that one could actually use like a little bit more grounding, just from the little I know about it. Yeah. Damn it, Rebecca. Damn it, Billy. Damn it, weird leech man that sings opera like a lady.
I think
you probably have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, I thought you just fought big spiders in that game.
You fight big spiders in all of them.
Yeah, but I heard it was just that. I heard there was like 2 zombies, then you just fight big bugs for the whole game.
No,
No.
there's leech people. They're kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But they're zombies. You find a train. They like find a train in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. That's all I know about Resident Evil 0 is that nobody likes it, and you're in a train.
There's also monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah. One. Yeah, it's weird. I wonder if they're gonna make that into a board game too. That'd be interesting. If it would integrate with the one that they just had the Kickstarter for, that'd be kind of neat. I don't know if I'd play it for Resident Evil 0. I'd play it for like the Leech people. I just integrate it into the
regular
other board game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suck it, Capcom. Capcom from like 2002.
Yeah. People from 2002. What was wrong with them?
Yeah. But no, like friggin' Zero and Code Veronica, they could use some grounding because Code Veronica is batshit weird at times. That's another one I need to beat. And weirdly enough, that was the first like tank control one that I played with a fixed camera. Well,
yeah, that was the first one I played at your house, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely not my favorite, even though a lot of people get nostalgia for like the first game of a series they play. But no, that one to me, that's got a lot of things they could iron out, specifically with the tone. But I don't know. It was a late '90s game from Capcom, so it's kind of what you would expect for the time. Okay, well, that was a ramble about a bunch of stuff.
Cow! I thought this was just gonna be a Castlevania video, but
nope,
we've gone deep.
Yeah,
this is what happens when we don't make videos every month.
Yeah, we just ramble about a bunch of dumb stuff, which I don't know, like that's what a lot of people end up doing. You just got to make the conversation interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll find out on that. But so yeah, I would like to start making videos and stuff more frequently again at some point. Just need to figure out what I want to do, and that's always a problem, and have time for it. But I don't know. I did finally install Audacity, and well, I haven't installed it. I got the whatever you call it, the installing package thing, and on my new laptop, and then I found a free software, DaVinci Resolve. I'm gonna try that out for video editing. So maybe I'll start making more stuff.
And we got to do Quakemas in July pretty soon as well.
Oh, yeah. Might be able to do that with Greg.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be cool.
If he brings his laptop.
I'm sure he will.
Okay. Alrighty. So, that is all we have to say about that. Probably come out with an update video whenever we find out more about Castlevania Nocturne, which could be this week, could be a month from now. I don't know. So really haven't
Not to get
anything.
More sidetracked. Do you guys remember Uzumaki?
Oh boy, I was just going to talk about that.
Remember when we were doing update videos for that?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that? There hasn't been an update since like forever.
Remember when we were reviewing the manga, which I mean kind of makes sense because we have no idea when it's coming out.
Yeah, like I want to release the final part when I know the show's coming out, but when is that?
I don't know. I think we just need to.
Is it this? It's this year though, right? Like
I thought so.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be 2020,
yeah.
I think, or 2021. I don't recall which exactly, but I don't know. Maybe we could look into that and find out. But anyway, this has been a longer video than both of us expected.
Me and Connor are going to go back to our caskets, our little vampire coffins, and hang upside down for a little while. Then we'll come back and do another video.
Hang upside down in a casket?
Yeah, like Dracula.
He doesn't hang upside down inside of the casket. He just lays in it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. My bad. We're going to do one or the other. Okay. One of us will be in a casket. The other one will be upside down on a wall.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Peace.